Hello. In the last two little thoughts for the day that I produced and shared, I talked about this concept of inputs and outputs, and I talked about routine as a methodology for making sure that you are actually creating the inputs that matter and doing them on a regular basis, and indeed doing them with ease. There's another quick idea I want to share with you around inputs as a concept of responsibility. One of the fundamental problems we experience in terms of creating the future, taking ownership of the outcomes by taking ownership of the inputs, is that we don't actually take responsibility. To take ownership of the inputs, you have to take responsibility for what's happening right now. The only way that you can be in control or have some element of control of the future is by accepting that all you can do is what you're doing right now. So whatever's happening right now for you, you must take full responsibility for that, irrespective of whether or not you actually are responsible for it. You must take responsibility for the impact it's having on you and for your ability to therefore do new things. And when you do this, when you take full responsibility for whatever is going on right now for you, you then have the capacity to act in the moment, decide what are the appropriate inputs that you actually are in control of, and then by acting on those inputs, doing those things, trying to create an outcome or a future that is to your liking. You're going to get an outcome or a future anyway. One thought on this is a lot of people who don't take responsibility for what's happening right now, they end up blaming. And they end up blaming other people or other circumstances or situations for what's going on in their life right now. And as a consequence, they're not able to take charge. It's sort of interesting when you think that the only thing that you're in control of is your reaction to something, what you're willing to accept responsibility for and deal with right now. The good news is that if that's what defines our outcomes, our results, it's fully within our control. So think about this. Really serious people who achieve really serious outcomes take full responsibility for what's happening for them right here, right now, irrespective, as I say, of whether or not they created the situation. They take full responsibility, and in that full responsibility, they're then able to act appropriately and do what's necessary to try and shape the future and create the outcomes that they want. So think of this concept of accountability, responsibility as being control, as being one thing and fundamental to creating the future that you want. Thanks.